Looking good. You know how they're looking good? Because they look good in the room. Going up against UT Arlington, Adverse and Nava trying to prove spoiler to Samba's game against them. Let's get into the match.
Match 4 of the night. Columbia and a bunch of yappers about to take on UT Arlington. Samba says he's all up in their Discord. He's all up in their DMs. And he's going to be the greatest player in the world one day. And playing the game 7+ years, yada, yada, yada. He goes on and on and on in those interviews. But enough talking. Let's see the walk or the drive, if you will, Hercules. We're underway.
This is a crazy series. We've got Samba going up against his old squad of UT Arlington, and, well, it's working out for them.
Wow. Off the kickoff, off the ripper, and the demo Adverse went high, and Cosmic Flippy went low. It's that simple. Nothing else on that one. 5 seconds left, or 5 seconds into the game, Hurt.
Yeah, it was that fast. 5 seconds left. Nice and girl math, Jorby math, I guess, if you would please on that one.
Those are two different concepts. You know, I mean, you could get into the girl math, like, equations, but Jorby math has not been written down yet, so I don't know how well I'll be able to discuss that one. But Adverse, gonna move it down to Caribou for UT Arlington. Both of these teams have, they've gone through their punches, I would say, in their conference so far. Both teams sitting at middling records. Columbia Silver 4-4, UT Arlington 3-3, and you know, Samba's former team kind of faring about the same as they did with him halfway through the season, but that one knocked down. It's putting on a couple of shots.
Yeah, it's been pretty interesting how, you know, strong Columbia Silver has been coming out here at the beginning again. There's a lot of pressure, I think, that comes with having Columbia in your name as well. So, given the history of the squad itself, you know, you gotta just do the best you can, especially like you said, UT Arlington kind of sitting in the same they were when they had Samba on it. Usually when there's a change, you expect a little bit more change. But granted, whenever you go up against somebody, you know, the story is a little bit different. You got the history. It's a little bit easier to figure them out.
Figuring it out right now, or Columbia were about to, but everyone got chipped off the play and bumped out of it. UT Arlington. And no doubt, it does feel like this one is, you know, a bit of a prideful match between the college boys here. One definitely wants the bragging rights over the other. Of course, the league game win is important for both teams in the playoff race. But you know that they're also thinking in the back of their minds, they definitely want to dunk, not just on their old teammate, but on this second Columbia squad, Columbia Silver. With all the talk about, you know, 2 colleges apiece coming into CRL, no doubt some players want to make a statement on that, but it's Columbia who are continuing to pressure UT Arlington here. They're having some trouble actually breaking out. They might be able to with the demo. But even right there, you see Samba completely crushes the potential counterattack. And just a little too much juice on that ball. That final touch took it away from Gusky.
I love that you can see the ideas, though, like formulating the different plays that Columbia's trying to bring out, but maybe individual would be the best for UT Arlington. I've seen a couple of solo plays here and there, just not quite able to hit the mark. I feel like Columbia Silver does a really good job of like quick challenging UT Arlington, not really giving them the space that is kind of required to have that many solo plays out, and that's kind of where the passing plays are coming into the favor of Columbia, or excuse me, of UT Arlington earlier. But yeah, definitely a slower game one between these two squads. Like you said, it's a prideful match, right? So you don't want to go in too crazy. Don't want to risk too much.
Yeah, you end up looking like that. What was it? It was the, not St. Clair. What was match 1 of the night again? Everyone's trying pogos, double resets,
Nichols
failing
College.
at it. Yes. What in the world was going on in that match?
That was a whole
like,
freestyle.
I feel like if this is like the prideful match, then like you're going for that stuff here, right? But maybe you're onto something, because no, we're gonna play as a team. We're gonna crush them with teamwork, passing, good rotations, you know, all the stuff your Diamond 2 teammates wish that you could do. Shot on target, denied, right in front of the box.
I am the Diamond 2 teammate, though.
Oh, no.
That's what makes it so hard. Oh, Well, you know what? At least they don't have Diamond 2 teammates on UT Arlington. Adverse carrying this one all the way down. He actually won the 50 on Cosmic, and Caribou able to get the clean up to tie things up here in game number 1 at 1:15.
Yeah, UT Arlington just kind of throwing their bodies at each 50. They did get a couple of passes off. And it does put Columbia Silver kind of in the crosshairs here. 4 shots apiece. Cosmic Flippy on the flip reset. There's a play on his name in there somewhere. I still haven't figured out where it is. I think I may have figured it out, but that's for a later time. Cosmic Flippy getting bumped off this play. And Columbia Silver really trying to get something going on the orange half. Even right there, you see ball skips out. Gusky gets a clean touch, but immediately challenged. Still, Columbia Silver are winning, a couple of them. Posted on the wall, Gusky goes in for a second one. Right off the wall, more boost stolen here, and Columbia Silver starting to press, getting the ball taken away. Even right there, they couldn't take the ball away. Gusky gets there on the 50. A little bit of time for UT Arlington to sit in the rotation, but not for too long. Gusky scores!
That is such an incredible shot. The power off the ceiling. It was Cosmic that sent it right on down in the most beautiful little, I don't know, what is it, like a little doink off the hood of his car right into the net right there. Columbia Silver goes up by 1 at 22.
Yeah, I think not quite a doink, maybe a half doink. I'm sure Stumpy would be very upset with me. But like, yeah, you kind of flipped into that one.
It's okay.
So. No, that's okay. We don't listen to the Brits anyway. Cosmic Flippy gonna push downfield, and it looks like game 1 may be in Columbia Silver's hand as they're on the carry. UT Arlington. Adverse tries to drop down pass to Caribou. Caribou does get it through downfield over to Nava. Nava wins another touch. 0-second drill starts off well for UT Arlington, but it's killed immediately by Columbia Silver.
Well, there you have it. Columbia Silver taking game number 1. And they did it well. I mean, for what felt as stagnant as it was at the beginning, you could feel pressure ramping up towards the second half of that game. And then Columbia Silver, not necessarily running away with it, but definitely took the reins of game number 1, and it worked out in their favor.
I do think that we were talking about it a little bit beforehand, Hercules. Did feel like this one was pretty close on paper. Weren't sure, we had a perfect sweep today, Northwood on West Virginia, and we had Maryville absolutely stomp Missouri S&T. But we were looking at this match thinking, you know what, this could be our fiver for the night. And I think that this game really showed that. I thought you had good early pressure from Columbia, and then it flipped around. Caribou, Adverse, and Nava working really well as a team, finding each other in space. But both teams showing excellence in space identification and trying to take advantage of that rather than just constantly feeling like they always have to hit the ball away right. Like, think about that West Virginia match where it wasn't until I think halfway through the series where you started to see West Virginia finally start controlling the ball a little bit better. But this one, both teams definitely trying that. No one is really dominating the other in that control category, though.
Yeah, definitely. I think game number 2 is kind of going to be keep your eyes on Columbia Silver, because if they are able to take early control and just hold on to it, I feel like our fiver match could actually slip away from us, because although, yes, these teams are extremely close together, Columbia Silver just seems to be a little bit further ahead, at least in terms of cohesion at times, right? And I don't know, maybe it's Samba, kind of taking the lead in the initiative because he wants the win so bad against UTA, but I mean, you can see it. It's just another level of attack.
Oh, I thought Gusky was about to throw out the triple tap terror on him. Like, that was, woo. Well, Cosmic Flippy, that's a great first touch. Just get the bump on Nava. Couldn't quite connect. Still pressure for Gusky, who has been really at the forefront of this Columbia Silver offense. And you can see the ability that he has when he gets behind the ball. And Samba's placement, excellent in the first minute. Slots that one first for Columbia Silver.
I think it was Caribou had no boost in the tank on that one. Neither did Adverse, but oh man, Columbia Silver ran UT Arlington out the boost. It was just a nice shot there. All it took was a little bit of accuracy, and it was yours, and there it is again. The win on the 50 from Cosmic Flippy off the kickoff to give Columbia Silver a 2-0 lead.
Well, I mean, I think this one is obvious for Nava. You can't side flip onto that ball. I think it's about a timing thing for Nava there. Because he turns back, he tries to fake challenge Cosmic Flippy. But Cosmic Flippy was still in the middle of recovering, so fake challenge didn't really matter. So now you're playing shadow defense on Cosmic Flippy. But then you misjudge the timing of when to pull that 50 in, and even then, I don't think side flipping is the right call. I think Nava is completely fine if he just backflips into that challenge. So a flick of the stick is enough of a mistake to get Columbia Silver up by 2. Caribou almost splitting the lead right there. Nava bouncer shot. Samba takes it away. Caribou full tank of boost off the ceiling. He wants more. Got another touch but taken away. Gusky's there. Samba covers it up. Nice work from Columbia Silver.
This ball's sitting in that midfield. Cosmic Flippy gonna try and take it on 1v1 against Caribou. The shot goes wide. Geskis goes up. Takes the shot. Another double. It has been nothing but doubles and like triple attempts to take this ball down. Maybe just one shot, nice and strong, might be your answer.
Yeah, dude is playing wall ball instead of Rocket League. Trying to maximum amount of touches. Here he gets throwing up high. Gusky almost on the post himself, my goodness. And oh, Cosmic Flippy. That was a great recovery by Caribou there. He's playing the high angle, sees Cosmic Flippy isn't gonna jump, immediately tilts his nose down, got into the 50 with his dodge. That was an excellent reaction and improv there from Caribou to cover both angles on Cosmic Flippy.
Here comes Nava. Everybody from the end of UTA just kind of struggling to find any answer to Columbia Silver's 2 goals and potentially even 3 if this one finds its way in soon. Caribou's going to carry this one all the way down to the midfield, leaves it down, but Samba's already there, and that's what I was talking about. Columbia Silver literally gives UTA no space.
Samba, I mean, perfect control there. Nowhere to challenge, and they're just forced to watch him carry the ball himself and almost put in a great goal. And I mean, UT Arlington do not want Samba flip reset scoring on them. He will literally never leave your Discord if you let him do that. Adverse, nice little back pass, but then Samba just jumps on it. The speed to get onto that 50. Instant recognition on the back pass, and he had the speed to make up for it. And look what it's done. It's just locked them in. Samba's back last. Oh, he's just missed a massive ball. Oh, yeah. Hurt, take over.
That was so intense they brought out the goofy laugh from Jorby.
How does he get back to that?
I don't know.
How does he got away with murder. He got away with murder.
He
should
really
be dead
did.
in the net. He should have got scored on. Nobody in their right Rocket League mind should. Oh my God. And then they go up by 3, dude. Dude, I'd be so tilted if I were UT Arlington in this game. It should be 2-1, not 3-0. Unreal how Samba still got this. I'm sorry, Herc. I'm still living on that Samba save. He got himself a savior off of that. And then you get a ripper pinch that just goes straight into the net. I mean, nothing's going right here for UT Arlington.
Yeah, I was going to say, nothing's going right for UT Arlington. Everything is going right for Columbia Silver right now, whether it is on the defensive end or the offensive. They've got all the luck in the world. Even the low boost shots still threatening against UTA. UTA just really struggling to find something. This is their first opportunity to break in front of the Columbia Silver defense and give themselves an open net.
This time they finally catch Samba being lazy on the 3rd man rotation, and they actually punish him this time. So that's supreme confidence that Columbia Silver are playing with their lackadaisical rotations. Not going to get away with it forever. UT Arlington finally punished them on one. And, you know, Herc, you talked earlier about Columbia Silver's synergy together and how at the start of this game, it was just a little bit stronger than UT Arlington's. You didn't really feel like, while on paper it's close, really on the field, it's a lot farther apart, and it's showing on the scoreline right now, thanks to this guy right here, Gusky. Look at this pass out. Samba's just the bait. Cosmic Flippy's the real threat right there. But how about the control from Gusky? This kid is insane.
He really and truly is. I love, honestly, how consistent he's been throughout this entire series, whether it is a solo play or setting his teammates up. He is that player you can trust that it's going to be at least, I'm going to say 8 times out of 10 accurate. He is on it right now. And yeah, back to the synergy, right? They look incredible the way they speak together, but oh my lord, if my guys do not start cleaning it up on that third man roll, you guys are going to be in trouble.
I'm sorry. Wait, was that Gusky who jumped from third man there? Wait, it's a pause. What's going on? We're gonna wait.
They said it's not
Cosmic
normal
Flippy
for us.
immediately said, oh wait, no. Nava said pause, and Cosmic Flippy said resume. Fight. It looks like Caribou might have lagged out, or Caribou might have lagged out or DC'd, but it seems like he's back. Gusky now also says resume, and resume. Everyone in chat, resume.
We're going back.
Thank you. We're going backwards. Well, we're not going to go backwards. Something tells me that goal's going to hold because, I mean, it was UTA's guy that was not there. But yeah, I mean, Gusky was just flying at the net. You know? I mean, you can. It's 15 seconds left. I honestly think they don't care right now. They're like, yep, we win game 2. No problem.
Well, I mean, you live and you learn. I'm more on the... Still on the, we all thought this was going to be our game 5. This was like supposed to be our close, crazy matchup.
So like, what do you want to see from UT Arlington? Because
I want to see passing plays. The few times we've seen them, that is how they've, kind of had their breakaway moments. Yeah. I want to see it more. It needs to be a little bit more consistent, especially if you know that you can almost too easily catch Columbia Silver off guard on that last defensive roll. But ball's going to hit the ground. Columbia Silver takes this one and match point to stress out UTA, put their backs against the wall a little bit.
A double match point just to dig some salt into it. And I'm not really sure where the way forward is right now for UT Arlington. They got to shut down Gusky. I think if they can shut down Gusky, they can make this a dirty defensive game. But his mechanical ability is the can opener right now that is getting Columbia Silver these opportunities. Like Cosmic Flippy, he had that 50-50 against Nava. I was putting that more on Nava for side flipping off the ball. Only real, I think, egregious error that UT Arlington had. But that return save from Sol, I can't believe you got away with that save. And then they caught him out again. Right, and you thought, okay, maybe they can come back again, but then this guy right here. I mean, great control out, a pass. You've totally froze the defense. And we talked about all of his, triple tap, double tap attempts. And it's just his first touch quality has been great the entire series. And when every single one of your first touches is clean and it gives you first look at the ball every time, you're going to be really hard to beat. So they got to make sure that they shut Gusky down because I think he's the biggest problem right now for UT Arlington.
I 100% agree on that. You got to hope that Samba and Cosmic don't also start to get in on it because then you are in trouble. But also on the flip side of things, Caribou, he has stepped up so much and given them so many opportunities. I think in the last game he had 9 shots alone on his by himself. If you have a player that is able to at least take that many shots against Columbia Silver, you've got to open up the defense for him.
UT Arlington, they start right where they left off in their own half. Adverse, great control by Adverse there. Baited that first defender in. Nava going for the bump. Caribou taking the shot. And see that play right there, Hercules. I think that is exactly what you were talking about, what you want to see out of this team. You had the dump off challenge. You have the go-ahead bump. You have the go-ahead shot for Caribou. And it was a Columbia player getting a demo. But either way, it's UT Arlington scoring the goal.
Put me in, coach. I'm down the road now. I'm good at this. Oh, man.
Hey. I'll take lessons. Let's go.
I'm probably the last person that should give anybody coaching lessons, let's be honest. But for now...
there's a list, and trust me, last does not have your name on it. Oh, that Adverse took it across. I'll put Stacks there. Here's Adverse running down the field. Got a little kick up, but nothing doing. Stacks, that's what he gets for what he said about me that one time. So there you go.
All right. Hey, listen, the last thing I'll say on it is I've been watching Stacks post the Wordle things for 3 years. I still don't know how to play. So
bro still thinks Wordle is a cultural phenomenon. Someone's got to tell him. Well, this one's up high. Someone's got to tell UT Arlington to stop Columbia, but they've done that, and they have a lead right now. Let's see what they can do from the corner. It's Adverse. Used all of his boost to read the play. Ideally, you want to use your boost after you've read the play. I'll have to try again.
Yeah, just take that, reverse it, do it again. It should work out the second time. Gusky wanted to find a teammate. Instead, Adverse was the one that said hi and hello. This ball gets sent back midfield, and again, we do it. What is so reminiscent of game number 2. I mean, partial moments of game 1. It's this back and forth, just pretty stagnant in terms of play makes. Nobody quite doing anything too crazy. Navas goes under. Cosmic Flippy's got the save on Adverse, but Gusky's there to bail him out.
And Samba's got him on the carry, on the counter. Nice work from Caribou. At least forces Gusky to work around the field. And you see, the tough part about control like that is just knowing when you can go up and challenge him. Because even if you get up to a quick challenge, that 50 might end up going where you don't want it. And it bounces right off the ramp here. UT Arlington doing their job on defense right now. They're not letting Columbia dominate the middle of the field, dominate the box. In fact, it's Caribou carrying UT Arlington right now. Second goal on his third shot.
Listen, I said what I said. Let the man thrive. The fact that he beat out those last 2 says everything I need to know. And this, if UTA takes this, we might have a proper series on our hand. This is a little bit closer to what, paper looks like, right? In terms of everything between these 2 squads. This is a lot more of what everybody was expecting.
Well, let's see if they can hold on to it for another 2+ minutes. Columbia had started to figure things out, but that's a nice touch down the field. Forces Cosmic Flippy back out, and Nava is forced back to the other side wall. Samba follows it perfectly. Adverse back over the corner. Samba trying to force it out. Adverse will not let Columbia in, but Cosmic Flippy flying to the sky, and still UT Arlington are finding a way back to the ball, slowly running out of boosts. One canister picked up by Caribou. He's back in the rotation, coming out of net, but Samba's over him on the reset. Pumped out of the net by Nava. UT Arlington get a big win in the midfield. Minute 30 remain, and they completely stuffed Columbia.
And right now, UTA, is looking really nice. They've been on top of everything, and now Columbia Silver shots are just off target, which feels like a rarity in this series, but it's happening. UTA, they've got Columbia Silver shaking in their boots, especially now that there's just over a minute to go.
No way.
Gusky's gonna take this one, cut that lead in half, but you gotta find another one just to tie things up.
I thought Gusky beamed this. Double commit, that's a pretty brutal one. You can't be hitting your teammates in midair as second and third man when you're on double match point as the losing team and you're up by 2 with a minute left. You cannot be doing this. Those kind of mistakes are literally going to lose you the match. And if you see a sweep on it, you're gonna point back to that exact moment. But guess what? Nava doesn't care. Oh my God, Nava cares a lot. Nava cares a ton right now. And honestly, I wish I could erase that from my memory.
I see it every day in my rank. Nothing
We
new.
all do, Herc, which is why I want to forget. Cosmic Flippy trying to keep that ball out. There should be 3-1. I mean, come on. Cosmic Flippy trying to clear it. He's got no boost. Samba, he's in the air. He also barely has anything. Dropped the 50. No one on blue is even ready for that. Now, everyone's playing full win, but everyone's also on half boost. Columbia Silver trying to figure this one out when it's coming downfield, and UT Arlington do get their insurance. Nava gets it back.
It was the low boost for me. Everybody was struggling. It was just who was going to get one nice, on-target, powerful shot. And, well, it was from none other than who's been doing it this entire time. Our lovely friend Caribou. 19 seconds to go. UT Arlington give themselves a little bit of security. Maybe Adverse can give them a lot of bit of security. But with 12 seconds left, I think it's pretty good, and we should. Okay, you know what?
Never mind.
You know what,
You're right
Jeremy?
now. I saw Gusky flying. And I'm like, I'm just saying, I've seen other casters call games over at 9 seconds, up by 2.
That is
and I've watched
Jorby
those
math.
casters.
To think that there is a chance.
Right. with 9 seconds left, down by 2, I've watched teams blow it. I've watched RLCS teams blow it.
I was gonna say, I've seen, no.
I mean, like, it's happened 1 out of like 1,362 times, you know? But like,
Yeah.
it's happened.
It has, actually. I take it back. I think I've seen 3 goals scored in like 12 seconds in RLCS once, so I should have been a little bit more open to the Jorby math.
Well, you know, the Jorby math is certainly not patented, so you know, we can always rewrite the script. But UT Arlington, they're trying to rewrite their script right now, and I think Adverse is extremely deserving of that MVP 492 points that he had, 5 saves, and also a lot of work in the thirds that doesn't show up on the scorecard, meaning baiting Columbia into challenges, getting solid low controlling 50s, and starting pushes for UT Arlington. And Adverse has to be that guy. He's always been that guy for UT Arlington. When they have played well, that's exactly where Adverse is. He's at the top of the scoreboard, either making all the saves and breaking your team out, or he's scoring every single goal. Now they got Caribou on the team, who has been closing a lot of these. And even Nava put in a goal last game. So there's got to be great vibes on UT Arlington right now to try to pull off this reverse sweep.
Oh yeah, I feel like there's more than enough potential for them to like pull off the reverse sweep if they really wanted to, but it's gonna come down to this game. Not just because it's match point, but realistically, UTA, they've got to take this win extremely confidently and in control. It can't be some sort of a win that you kind of just scrape away with, because the Columbia Silver that we're all learning, exists, is a very terrifying team when they're angry. I feel like they're the kind of squad that knows how to turn the notch up when they're down, and I feel like that's what we're going to have to, be prepared to see here in Game 4.
UT Arlington, Game 4, not looking too bad right now. They did just lose control of the ball off that 50. Rocket League Forever, a funny game for that. Looks like you have everything under control, and one challenge goes poorly, and the ball's in the back of your net. Game's hard. Pop up for Nava. I think he wanted Adverse, but Adverse was on small pad game, thinking of a demo instead. So broken play here for UTA. It's up to Caribou to buy time. He might even do a little bit more here, getting the ball back downfield.
A little bit of aggression, little bump plays going on down there. Nice pass over to Caribou, shot in. And the UTA passing plays are starting to come out early here in Game 4.
My God, call him Malibu Caribou. He's cruising. I mean, that is a sunshine shot right there. Jeez. 1 goal, nothing. That was ridiculous angle. And Nava with a cool 6 points, a minute and a half in.
Looking good and strong, doing exactly what I said. If you're gonna take any shots or you're gonna take some points here, they gotta be comfortable and confident against Columbia, kind of make them quake in their boots a little bit. 2 touches on this one isn't enough to break out of your own half. UTA all up in the faces of Columbia Silver. Can be in the air, be enough to get out. Just for a moment, yeah, the pass over to Gusky. Not quite enough, and Samba's touch either. It's also slow. Columbia Silver, they look like they're moving in slow motion.
Last back, it was Gusky. And speaking of Gusky, he hasn't had the amount of space and control that he was exhibiting in the first 2 games. UT Arlington just haven't given it to him either. They have shut him down in the last 7 or so minutes of play. He hasn't gotten any assists or goals in that time. As Gusky does come around on this one, wants the bump, tries to screen across, he hits nobody, and UT Arlington just hit the ball back to blue.
This one here in the corner, Samba gonna send this one out to quote-unquote no man's land, but enough for it to be retaken by Gusky. Gusky and Samba just taking turns carrying this ball all the way through. The push forward for the bump still isn't enough. And UT Arlington, they hold on to their 1-goal lead as this ball stays out. And just over 2 minutes to go. Columbia Silver, they've taken plenty of shots, but nothing comes to fruition. The luck, it feels like it's starting to run out.
They do get a couple of nice challenges here. Well, that third one, not as great. Nobody was ready for that on the rotation. Still coming back. Cosmic Flippy going for the air tackle. Now the pass for Gusky cut off. UT Arlington are in the driver's seat. They're in the pilot's seat. Whether you're on the air or the ground, Gusky got a great pass. Samba changeup. No chance. Taken out. Columbia Silver really are losing their grasp on this game. Gusky sends it back. They're trying to hang on to the bar. Nava's going to keep that ball close. Samba just opts for the delete instead, as well as Cosmic Flippy. They're defragging the field right now. Gusky's next up. Tries a little slip and slap, but it's taken away. That's a high bounce off the ramp. Cosmic Flippy back down. Over the shot, but no, it's going to be off the wall. Gusky was on the opposite side, so no pass will be had here for Columbia Silver. The other way it goes. UT Arlington, shot on target, saved!
Incredible save there. Down to no boost, though. Can UTA take advantage, give themselves another security goal? 55 seconds left. Cosmic Flippy, he just wants to get an angle on this to take it out. Enough to get the save there. Carries us all the way over to the other end of the field. Enough boost to set Samba up to go to the backboard, but the read is there and set up in UTA's favor. Another shot. This one gets carried down. Columbia Silver cannot find anything against the UTA defense.
Oh, Cosmic Flippy has to let it drop. It's a free ball, but Gusky's coming back from his own midfield. I mean, the midfield. He doesn't own it himself, and oh man, Samba just dove at that ball. But Gusky's gonna take advantage on the attempt. Now off the ceiling, Gusky wants it. Going over to Samba, but no chance on target. Oh man, Columbia are sending everything. They're trying everything at this net right now. They know losing this game, going into game 5, all the momentum is gonna be UT Arlington's, unless they can get in right here. Cosmic Flippy, pass to Samba. It's too heavy. Samba's got to play it to the edge, and it drops down. UT Arlington coming back to game 5.
The journey to the reverse sweep, you thought, based off of games 1 and 2, this would have been so much more difficult than it's looked, but UTA looks like a whole other team than they did in games 1 and 2. They look so much stronger, so much more confident, and the flow is finally there, right? You knew that it existed. You knew it was possible against Columbia Silver. You just didn't know when it was going to come out.
And this is exactly what game 4 was. It was gritty. Nobody was getting anything. You got some pressure, but every single ball was challenged. Columbia Silver, they had some great chances at the end. There was the one tee up from Cosmic Flippy to Gusky in front of the box. Gusky tried to hit it off the backboard into the net. Nava gets up underneath him, makes the save. Then another one that came across, a pass to midfield. Adverse was covering, ended up making a play and blocking it again. Columbia Silver, they tried mechanics, they tried the leaves, they tried demos, they tried everything that they had in the book to try to get by UT Arlington. But that's the funny thing about Rocket League, is if you believe that you can win, sometimes that's enough, is the belief that they're not going to get past you, and you just have that extra edge of focus. You can see a little bit farther than you were able to before. And that's why we always talk so much about the mental game in Rocket League. Because if you're feeling just a little off, you are going to get faked this time, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think UT Arlington in that game 4, they score that first goal, they're believers. And now we're here in game 5. And how does it all end? Columbia Silver, you saw it in their actions in the final minute. They fought hard to get that game-tying goal. It didn't happen, and now we're here on Champions Field.
Well, there it is. The man that has been scoring everything takes an opening shot there for Columbia Silver. Doesn't quite find that early goal, but this looks like a game plan from Columbia Silver. They continue to send one player up, go for the bump, go for the demo. They just want to open up every possible opportunity for themselves that they can. Caribou leaves this one down. Adverse not quite in a position to take a shot. Instead, he's going to have to race back with his teammates. Thankfully, Nava able to bail him out, put this one out into the midfield, and then you just start again, the cycle over and over.
Trying to get some pressure here. Cosmic Flippy, the pass immediately cut. Gusky in a perfect spot to return back to the box. And they're not giving Gusky any chance at it. Immediately challenge him off. I really do think that has been exactly what UT Arlington wanted to do in the back half of this series. They're challenging a little quicker. Samba has still broken through on a couple, but Gusky hasn't had that same it factor that he had in the first 2 games. You see, if they have the boost, UTA are all over him. Samba, pass over to Cosmic Flippy as Columbia Silver try to get this set up.
I know you heard me say like what in the background. I'm just like in Columbia Silver, like you can see that it looks physically slow. What? Oh my gosh! I don't know what that was.
Oh my goodness!
That's that Texas Hold'em defense.
Right? My goodness, they do not fold. It's crazy. I thought Cosmic Flippy was going to get it off the dunk, but somehow UT Arlington are just blocking every shot. Now, granted, the follow-up shot from Gusky, it was a grounder, not as hard to block. Nagusky gonna punch one out of the way, but that right there, the rotation right there, and the whifty right there shows you exactly how Columbia are feeling. Cosmic Flippy and Gusky, they're playing the loss on the challenge. They're not expecting anything. If your second man isn't playing aggressive on offense, you're playing scared. Here comes Gusky again, trying to get downfield for Columbia.
This one up in the air. Gusky sees Samba pass over to him and down into the ground at the halfway point. Columbia Silver find a lead.
Nice work, Gusky finally got some space. It still took Samba finding the quick read because Nava was flying in. And a great pass from Gusky to Samba. That might be enough to help stabilize Columbia Silver here. As good as UT Arlington's defense has been, and how good they've been in the back, well, 3 games now, or almost 3 games, 2.5 games, if you will. Much needed goal for Columbia Silver. They're gonna have to face more of that UT Arlington attack for another 2 minutes. Let's see if they can hold them down. Gusky got another challenge.
Oh, nice pinch there out in the mid. Samba popped this one up over to Cosmic. Cosmic to the backboard. Does get the read on it. Adverse had the save. And UTA live for just a little bit longer.
Nice touch out. Nava going for a high pop-up. It's actually a great first touch for him. The follow-up okay as well, but Gusky was able to knock it away. Is it enough to get them set up? It was not. UT Arlington immediately forced back off that push from Cosmic Flippy. Oh man, it looks like insurance might be coming. Cosmic Flippy underneath, denied. Ball bounced right into Adverse. Cosmic Flippy desperate to stay on this ball. He'll get another 50. Is that enough for Samba? Samba challenged by Caribou. Adverse next up against Gusky, but Gusky wins the ball. Samba gets the follow-up. Gusky crashes into the corner. Comes across, but everybody's a little off the ball, and Caribou's happy he was not being pushed. He had no boost on that play. It's still not over, though. The gauge continues to build. Cosmic Flippy drops it down. Everyone in the middle of UT Arlington happy that they see that ball carrying downfield. But again, oh, Nava, quick read in the midfield. He just can't keep away from Columbia Silver. The big miss. But I think they're still happy to let it go. Cosmic Flippy going to get that touch off the board. Loose ball, hang time. It almost was going to touch the ground. You thought UT Arlington was going to carry it, but they held firm. Defense is great, Hurt. They still got to score.
Yeah, you still got to find something else. Maybe Columbia Silver finds the insurance goal for the last 35 seconds, or UTA can turn into an attack into a play within the next 30 seconds here. But as this ball continues to get placed back into the UTA half over and over and over again, it doesn't even have to be accurate, right? It takes one goal to win a game. And I think Columbia Silver is well aware of that at this point. They are just wasting the clock. Gusky takes a flick shot over to the net. Doesn't quite do anything. This is the first time we've seen UTA break out. And this ball gets kept into the corner there. Adverse pops it up over to Caribou. And it doesn't go in his direction. Instead, it falls off of Adverse's car. And Columbia Silver take this in Game 5.
They prevent the reverse sweep. Samba can sleep safely tonight. His DMs will not be popping off. He will not be tagged a million times in Discord. And he gets to move a little bit farther up the ladder. But what a series. We were thinking halfway through like, oh, I guess it's not going 5. And then UT Arlington woke up. Great attempted comeback there from UT Arlington. I thought that they had a lot of good looks. I liked what I saw from Caribou, and I liked what I saw from Nava as well in portions of the second half of that series.
No, as did I. I think honestly all the way around, everybody looked incredibly. It kind of almost became coin flippy towards the end there, but Columbia Silver came out swinging like they did at the beginning of even just game number 1 and 2, right? That was obviously when they looked their best, but a lot more reminiscent of game number 1. They came in swinging. They knew that they just needed to close out there. And game number 5, get the job done.
Got the job done indeed. They improved to 5-4 on the season in what is an absolutely brutal Western CRL conference. I mean, you're talking about the middle of this. That was a big win for them. Them winning and Missouri S&T losing was massive for Columbia Silver's playoff chances. They keep UTA down. They get that +1 in the game differential because they were in the 6th spot, the very last spot. Missouri S&T were right behind them in that 7th spot. So like that was a really important win for Columbia College. More important matches coming up after the break. We got one more for you guys to close it all out. Can't wait to watch it. We'll see you after the break.